Hello! Woo! Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tales from the Known Land, Session 2, Livestream 2. Just right off the bat, we've got a couple of things we'd like to say. As you might have already noticed, our streaming layout is a little bit different this week. Unfortunately, Yu isn't going to be able to be with us anymore. She let us know last week that she had a family sort of emergency that it was going to be taking up a lot of her time over the next couple of weeks and months. And so she was only really going to be able to play with us for a couple of sessions, but she let us know yesterday that there was another family emergency, and she is currently driving home to her parents right now. So if we could all send you some our love and some warm thoughts, and keep her and her family in our thoughts, that would be really, really great. But we are still going to be moving forward with our stream. For anybody who wasn't here last week or who missed the first session, we will introduce ourselves and a little bit about our characters. Just really quickly, my name's Quentin. I play Saunders Skyfair as Mar Paladin, and you can find me on TikTok at Quentin or at My Goblin Girlfriend. Mara, take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mara. I use she, her. You can find me on TikTok at College of Lore Dropout and as Mara Friends and on pretty much all other social media platforms. So come hang out. Let's go over to Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven. I go by he, him, his, and you can find me on TikTok at Steve G. And let's go over to Spencer. Yeah.
Hello. Hopefully you can hear me better today. I'm Spencer. You can find me at Tired Egg King on TikTok or whatever. I'm going to be playing Drestor Letar, a very confusing and beautiful half-drow monk. um, yeah, we will send it over to Hunter.
Hi, everyone. I'm Hunter. I play Monty, the Forge Domain Cleric. And yeah, I'm super excited to keep going with this. Oh, you can find me on TikTok at Hunter Honeybee. Okay, Gaba, your turn.
Hi everyone, I'm Gaba. I am your DM, and you can find me on TikTok at DND_degree.
Awesome. So, one more thing before we get started. Spencer has a very special announcement that you might have seen on our TikTok page, but we're going to talk about it again here in case you missed it.
Hello. Yes. So, if you haven't seen the video I posted, was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know the days. It's fine. Or the poll in our Discord. Currently, I'm going to be doing a project on our TikTok of doing cosplay builds, as that is one of my strong suits, and it's going to be one of these lovely beings up here and their characters. Currently in the lead, it is our lovely Sonder. um, but if you want to see me make a cosplay build within a month of one of these PCs, then you need to go to the link in our link tree or to our Discord to cast your vote on who's going to be our cosplay build in April.
Cool. Yeah. So I believe you can find the Linktree link in our Twitch description, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that one. But I know that you can find it if you head over to our TikTok page. There's a Linktree in the bio, and I believe it's the first link that you'll find. It'll say "Vote for Spencer's next cosplay." You can also find it on the Twitter, and you can also find the link in the Discord, and you can find the link to the Discord and to the Twitter through the TikTok page, and you can find the link to the TikTok page through the Discord and through the Twitter. So anywhere you can find anything, you can find anything else. Cool. So with that, let's get started.
Okay, so quick recap of what happened last session. Our adventuring party met because of a mishap on the carriage road, where a cart had fallen over, and they met. They were hired. They're bringing the cart back into town, and we had just left off. Um, During a situation where you guys are headed off with your new horse and cart, and you were waved over by this half-elf dude who's just standing in the middle of the road wearing earthly colored robes, and he just standing there waving you over, hoping you're gonna not run him over and stop for a chat. So that's where we left off, and that's what we are currently doing.
Okay, so I'm gonna like tell the horse to like halt so we can stop, and I'm gonna call down to him. Hey, buddy, do you need some help?
Oh, no, I'm more here to offer directions and where are you heading?
We're heading to the Rose Water Company. I think we're a little lost.
Are you not from the Rosewater Company?
Um, no, we're this caravan. It fell over. We're bringing it back though.
Oh, oh, okay. That's well, the Rosewater Company's in Venox. It's you continue straight this way and then turn right at the crossroads. Otherwise, you're gonna end up in Bergesen, and you don't want to go there. It's not a very good place. The authorities will probably scam you out of your money. Why are you bringing back the cart?
Um, you were hired by some person.
Okay, I guess it's a new trade that's going on in town then. For
Uh,
bringing back carts. Are you friends of the Rosewater Company? Are you hired freelancers for them?
I kind of like look back to Sonder and I'm like, help me with my eyes.
What is our in the cart? What is our like visibility? Would we have to get out to see this person standing on the side of the road, or is it open air?
I think it's a pretty open cart. Like you can see him. There's a bit of a wall around, but you can lean out easily to see him.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So I'm gonna I'll sort of like turn around in my seat to talk to him, and say, "Excuse me, but we're kind of on a bit of a schedule, as one might call it. So if you wouldn't mind, is there something you need from us? Is there a reason you flagged us down, or can we continue on our trip?"
You're in a hurry, okay? Well, we're just keeping the road safe here. We're just making sure. I'm keeping the road safe. You're making sure everyone can pass along and that there's no
Wonderful.
trouble.
I've always been in support of citizens taking initiative to help protect their land. Um, well, I hope you understand that our intentions are noble and fair and will allow us to continue on our quest.
So, I'm assuming you're an out of towner, right?
Richard! And I'll reach my hand over. That's my fake name. I was told I needed to make one.
I'm just in the back, like, do not look at me.
And your name is?
Seeing as you've just given me a, he like takes a step back and just looks you up and down. seeing as you've just given me a fake name, I don't think I am much bothered to share mine.
Oh, just make one
But
up. That's what I did.
Can I hear that? What he just said?
you can hear everything that's going on. Yeah, you're all in close proximity.
Hey, Richard, what's the holdup?
Yes, so this man just wants to check to make sure our intentions are pure,
Oh,
is what I assume.
oh yeah, so
Um,
pure, pure as a lamb.
Just a little road checkup is what it is. So,
Yeah, little road, give it a little 1-2, you know.
do we need to solve a riddle or something in order to continue? Is this one of those? Do we need to pay a toll?
It's not a riddle. I mean, if you want to make a donation to my noble cause, then I will be most grateful. But
And
I am
what noble cause is that?
protecting the forest, protecting the people who live in the 2 villages nearby.
Do you have a leaflet or something? An
Yeah,
A
where's
information
the
leaflet.
packet?
badge, officer?
No, I don't know what place you're coming from, but we don't have leaflets here for our little group.
We came from that way. And I point back down the road from where we came. But then actually, I came from that way, and then went over to that way, and got a little bit turned around, and now we're heading back the direction that I came. Anyways.
I'm going to interrupt hearing this conversation. I'm like, and then look over to Scout. I'm like, did you say you were like a tree person or something? And just, I guess, hint. Like, yeah,
Person.
totally go and help them out. Like, you probably know about this. Totally.
He goes, well, we're always looking for volunteers to help out if one of you is interested. We're called the Leshian. We take care of what the authorities here do not care for much. So
You're called the what?
the Leshi is the group name.
Now, I will be honest, I have no idea what that means. Apologies. We are called the cart goers, and we are going in our cart to the Rosewater Company, and we would like if we could take our cart and go, if that is okay.
Kind of
With
like
you.
pat you in the back, like that was good.
Thank you.
Well, I can't speak for all of you, but this one will most certainly get along with the company. It's you share a similar nature, it seems. To the rest of you, I would say, do be warned that the people of Venox and the neighboring village are problematic at times.
Oh, I can
They
handle
are
problematic.
Problematic in what ways?
the leadership isn't good, and the inn serves not very good ale. I would describe it with a different adjective, but not in the first 5 minutes of the card adventure.
Sounds reasonable.
A tyrant waiting to be overthrown by a group of mighty heroes. Correct? That's the trope, right? Sorry, I've read stories
but
of things like this.
who are we to judge how somebody runs their city?
Right.
I mean, what if that works for them? That's not any of our business. We're just here to return a cart and maybe get something cool in return.
So tourists, you're in tourist business.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever that means.
Good. Then stick to the road headed that way, and hopefully, if you don't continue your journey into the neighboring areas, we might not see each other. Very often at least.
Uh,
I miss you.
okay, cool. Um,
I am open for donations though, if you.
Like
I mean,
Sandra said, we've got a schedule to keep.
Right, and
I
on
think
that note, we shall head out.
Ooh, I'm just, I mean, I got
I-
errands.
All right, and I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna stand up in the cart, and I'm gonna walk over to behind Monty, and I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulders. And I'm gonna say, "All right, shoulders, off we go."
Hiya! we go.
Woo!
Oh, are you careful?
I
Yeah,
fall over my bum.
he moves out of the way of the horse. With a little bit of a distasteful look as he's received no donation. And
I
you're
don't
on
know if I
your
trust
way.
that guy. He's kind of shady.
You know, we didn't actually ask them for directions, and we
Oh
have
no,
no
we
idea.
take a right. We take a right at the crossroads. Don't worry, I got
Okay.
it.
So, with the cart continuing past the shady guy, you are on your way, and within not too long of a time, you arrive at the gates of Venox, which not very much of a gate. It's more just buildings that get more and more clustered the closer you get to the center. There's a stable that you pass, and a bit of a fence on one side of the village surrounding it, for some added protection, but it's not anything you can hop over with some effort. And the village seems pretty quiet as you pull in. There's not a lot of people currently by the main entrance to the establishment. Um, and there's a stable for you to park in if you're interested. And as you pull in closer, you do hear some pretty loud conversation that seems to be overlapping deeper into the village.
Is there anybody? Are we like passing by people? Is there someone I could just be like, "Hey," as we're coming in?
There's no one currently walking around on the streets. In the buildings, there is someone at the stable next to the entrance, just moving some hay and tying up horses.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off the cart. All right, and I'm going to go over to the stable hand, stable owner. I don't know if they have a
Mhm.
more official title than that, but horse master.
Horse master.
And I'll go up to the horse master and say, "Greetings, horse master. We are looking for the Rosewater Company. My name is Richard."
Hello, Richard. I am, I guess, horse master is what you've called me. My name is Garita. No one really refers to me as horse master. Are you like the cousin of the owner? Are you here to tour?
Not at all. Oh, this cart belongs to the Rosewater Company, and we are returning it. And we need to know where to take it.
Oh, that's good. I mean, we were pretty sure that cart wouldn't be coming back, which, I mean, not much of a surprise with the way things have been going in town recently.
Well, here it
Um,
is. A wonderful surprise. You're welcome.
Thank you. I mean, I don't work for the company. I own a stable, so I don't work for the company. So there's not much to thank you for. But if you head further on, the companies over there, they might be a bit busy at the moment. So, um, with all that's going on, but I'm sure they'll be quite thankful that you've brought back their cart.
Wonderful. Would you mind pointing me in the direction that I need to go? that we need to go. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just down the main road, and then you might have a bit of trouble. There's a meeting in the town square right now, so you might have a bit of a trouble moving around through there with the whole cart situation. But I'm sure if you just you can even park here and just walk over, and someone will come get the cart from you.
This sounds like a wonderful plan. Thank you. Group, party, friends, maybe. I don't know. We can talk about that later.
I will peek my head out of the cart.
We're going to go that way. And I'm going to point
Just-
towards the town square.
Just to clarify, we're in Venox right now?
Yeah.
If we're going that way, I would think the entire time I am talking to Elle in the cart and like complimenting her. I'm like, your hair is so nice. You know, I've got this lovely like like hair oil. If you ever want to use it.
Oh, thank you. So it is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of a mess, and she like pulls some like leaves and sticks out of it. Like it just kind of like, you know, gets everything stuck in it. So that actually might be really helpful. Also, would I by chance know of this company? Would they have done business with my family before?
Yeah, they're pretty big in Volpes, so you actually probably have heard of them before. They mostly deal in fine alcohol, perfume, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you've probably even met some nobles that are involved with the company, and there's a lot of them. There's like regional managers and that kind of stuff. So we definitely interacted with them before.
This is just fantasy.
Yeah, no,
Macy's.
hair oil would appreciate.
Well, I think we're sticking together now. I could definitely do your hair tonight if you want.
Like, like I'll sit in front, and then like you sit behind and like braid it, and like
Yeah, yeah.
kind of like a slumber party.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, that'd be very fun. I have always wanted to have like a slumber party, so okay, that'll be fun. Okay, cool.
Great.
Al is like vibrating a little bit, like
It's like a
Alright.
like a tiefling chihuahua.
Single file, everyone. Follow me. Don't know what
wait,
that was.
Wait,
Sandor,
aren't we taking the cart with us? Why would we get out of the cart if we're going to take the cart?
I think the town hall is it's a little like crowded, so it might be hard to get through.
Precisely.
Okay, but they can't have the horse that I bought off that man. That's my horse.
Mhm.
Right. Well, we've got a horse now.
Have you named the horse during the ride over?
I have not thought of that yet, but I will think
I
about that.
bonded with this horse as well. I really like this horse.
All right. So everybody follow in my footsteps. You don't want to get lost.
Sondor, really
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
I kind of know these people. Like, my family has connections, so maybe I should be like not in front because I don't know where I'm going, but like near front because then we could like they might recognize me.
The
A little
benefits of
bit.
having a noblewoman in your adventuring party. Yes, please.
Yeah.
First in line, I offer it to you. Do you know where you're going?
Not even a little bit.
Neither do I. We're going in that direction. And I point
Okay,
straight
sounds
towards
good.
like
Are
the
we-
middle of town.
Are
Where
we
the
just are we just aimlessly following Sonder, who also has no idea where he's going?
well, now we're aimlessly following Al, who has no idea where she's going.
Yeah.
We could,
Ask
we
for
can stop and
directions.
ask someone directions.
I think that is a very good idea. Instead of wandering around like a headless chicken.
I kinda,
Well, There's one problem with that plan, and that's that I already asked for directions, and I got them and then forgot them, and so it would be quite embarrassing for me if we then had to re-ask for more directions.
All right, so
What
it's
if
like a puzzle. Like we're gonna try and piece together what Sander forgot. Okay, all right, yeah, I like this. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's figure this out.
A mighty combat, a travel, a fun, thrilling travel, and a mystery. This is shaping to be quite the adventuring story.
Yeah, the mystery of the answer that we already had and forgot.
All right, so the last thing I remember was talking to the horse master. He told me, they told me that it was over near the town hall, but then talked about the town hall meeting and that we probably couldn't get the cart over there. And then I got distracted because I was thinking about, oh, what are we going to do with the cart? And where are we going to take it? Should we leave it here? And what about the horse? And my memories left me. And now we are where we are. And that's my recap of the last 5 minutes.
Okay, well, why don't we ask somebody where town hall is if it's close to town hall?
I believe it is in that direction. And I point off to where town hall probably is. Maybe. Just
I really
further
don't.
down the main road.
I don't know what a town hall is, but I will take
It's like
your.
like a big old building where rich people control our lives.
A man with a big hat.
You know, you Midland people are very strange.
Midland.
Yeah, we are.
Grew up in the slums. Grew up in a city.
I suggest we start
I
walking.
I don't know what that means, but I would take your word on that.
And I
Al's
start
gonna
walking behind Al.
Al very much kind of gets in her Lady Alicia mode a little bit and tries to look like she knows what she's doing. It's very obvious she doesn't, but she's trying very hard.
Okay,
Let's do
so
it.
so you guys are heading down the main road.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I mean it's not that big of a village, so as you continue to make your way past, you quickly start to kind of hear the conversation next to town hall in the town square. Because it's a bit loud. As you walk there, you see that there's a crowd forming. There's people kind of coming over from their homes. There's most of them are already there, and there's a town crier up on like two boxes to stand above the crowd because they're quite short. Just trying to speak to the crowd while people just kind of interrupt with questions, and the town crier is clearly a little bit distressed by the whole situation. And town hall is right next to that meeting with some guards at the door, where you see that the crowd is being kept a little bit away from the entrance to town hall. They're having the meeting outside.
Okay.
I'll tap Al on
I'm
the
gonna
back
turn-
of the shoulder. Oh,
What?
hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Something that might be sort of fun. We should
Yeah?
go. We should go listen in.
Like-
The
like
horse
eavesdrop?
master. Yes, exactly. The horse master
okay.
told me that it might be sort of a big deal. Well, they just said that there would be lots of people and it would be hard to might be difficult to get our cart through. But I assumed through context clues that meant that a lot of people would be attending, which means it might be something important. And what if, get this, what if there is a noble quest and they're offering a reward to a party of brave adventurers who needs to slay a beast that's been plaguing the town? That's my guess.
Sounds really fun and the perfect job for the cart goers, right?
The
Cart goers? That's
right,
us?
right. Well, right now we're
Okay.
sort of the dirt road goers, but yes.
Because I was also thinking maybe we could switch it and it could be the go-karters. Like, we're, instead of the cart goers, the go-karters.
That
It's
makes
a fun
absolutely
thing.
no sense at all. I don't know what is a go
But,
kart.
it's kind of, okay, it's just, we can workshop it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I like the eavesdropping plan.
Let's do that. And then
Okay.
eventually maybe we should actually set out to do what we came here for, because I don't want to get overbooked in terms of quests. I have a tendency to overbook myself in terms of quests. That's a lie, but I'd like that to be a personality trait of mine.
Okay, I'll if anybody asks, I'll tell them that you overbook yourself with quests all the time.
And my name is Richard, right?
And your name is Richard. Okay,
Wonderful.
sounds good.
DM,
Okay.
what's the name of the city that I'm trying to get to?
Good question. One that I totally have the answer to in my head right now. Did we pick the? I don't think I know that right now. Honestly, I don't think we decided on the name for that.
In that case, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and be like, hey, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit, and I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna go find stables.
I actually don't think
Oh.
Sandra notices at all.
I'm probably talking to Monty about what we should name the horse that we've acquired.
Okay. I mean, it's such a beautiful horse. It needs to be like some type of really majestic name, you know?
Like, actually, I don't think. I feel like any name I'll come up with is going to be a little too headstrong.
Sure. Give me your first draft. What's your first pick?
Um, well, there's. Do we even what do like was it just like a standard horse that we got?
Yeah,
You did get
describe
it
this
from
horse.
you did get it from the low quality carriage, so it's a bit of it's like
Bumpy
a little bit
horse.
older, a little bit like rough around the edges. He's the typical like gruff, but once you get to know him, he has a heart of gold. Um, but he's a bulky horse. He's a good boy. A little bit not the best horse. Like clearly cart horse rather than like noble riding horse for knights. He's a bit like meh in quality. But he's a good horse. He's very close with Monty right now. He's like letting you into the deep hidden warm parts of his heart, the horse.
Well, so, um, there's like, so, like, where I'm from, naming an animal is very important because, like, if you have an animal companion, that's like your best friend for life. So, it's very important to get this name right. So, uh, maybe, Jesus. Uh, uh, oh, these are all terrible names.
I was thinking Giuseppe.
I kind of like Big
Just
Buff.
big. What if just Giuseppe the Big Buff?
Hey,
I like it. I think that's good.
come on. Hey, Giuseppe.
Hey, Giuseppe.
We love that. That's our new horse name.
All right. Hell yeah.
Been put down to a vote.
And Drez, are you walking this horse with you right now, or is it still at the stables?
I mean, well, I guess if it's a part of my culture, I would have taken the horse with me.
Okay.
just like leading it along very nicely. It's like
We're going to bring the
You
horse
see-
inside the town hall.
You
Yes.
see people on the town square. Most of them are very focused on the conversations that are going on right now. But there's a couple of people on the edge, especially people who brought kids with them because they didn't have babysitters, who are just like kind of looking at you, this very dressed up newcomer who's just brought a horse,
I like
with much interest.
give them a wave. Like, hello.
Like some kids wave at you, and like their mom is like, "Don't wave, don't wave. We don't know these people."
Danger.
I'm gonna try to slink my way into like the groups of people and just kind of like try to overhear what people are saying about like the town crier up on the stage.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
will also follow suit, but like stay probably further in the back. I do have a horse with me. I don't want to be rude.
Keep Giuseppe safe.
I will.
Who's joining the team that's coming in to listen? Who is? We have Monty Dress.
I
Al.
think Al and I are also going to probably be doing that, but in a different place because I for sure did not notice that the people behind us broke off because I was expecting them to just follow.
No. Well, we
Yep,
were
same.
too busy talking about the name for our horse.
I'm off
So-
to find
Very
these
valid.
names.
Okay. So as you approach, the town crier is currently in the process of speaking, and they're talking about something. You kind of come in halfway through the what they're saying, so you don't have the full context, but they're going on and they're speaking and they're going, oh, and it's fine. We're collecting all of your of your thoughts here, and they pull out a piece of like parchment that they're making notes on, and they go, we know that there's a security issue, but that is being solved. And someone from the crowd just goes, what about the people missing? And they go, it's no one's missing. It's fine. People are on temporary leave from the job, but no one has been officially reported missing. And another person from the crowd goes, we need to go back to work. I don't have money to buy food this week. And they go, we'll be handing out new positions as soon as the security issue is fixed. We have there's a problem with inventory because some of the things have gone missing, but we are right on it. And someone just like boos from the back, just with no sentence. And the town crier is just goes, oh, okay, that's um that's fine. I mean we're expecting another shipment coming in by carriage and any day now. It's a little bit late, but it should be here. And someone goes, it's not gonna be here. And the some guy goes, no, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be fine.
So I was
The-
wrong. It was not a beast plaguing the town. It is poor
It might be like
management.
So a metaphorical beast is plaguing the town.
The beast
Not a-
within us all. So I was right. Interesting.
Yeah, I think you were close enough. We can say you were right.
Yes. I'm so good at this adventuring thing. Anyways, I don't know what context they're talking about, and also, it seems we've lost literally everyone we were traveling with.
In that
Oh.
moment, if me and Monty are standing next to each other, I'm gonna lean over and be like, the city sounds like they have a lot of problems.
Definitely. Have you seen Sonder or Al or Igni?
Wait, what?
Wait.
What they just? Okay. I'm we're in like a crowd of people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, because I still have our the boss here. I'm gonna like stand, get on it, and then like balance myself on the horse's back, standing up to like look over the crowd to find them.
You see the town crier just being like, and we are managing all of the employment issue. Excuse me. Can you please not?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm looking for my friends that have disappeared. Please continue. Just ignore me.
Do you want me to make? Are they? When did they go missing? Because
Oh,
no one's been reporting
no,
missing in town.
oh no. We were just together like 2 minutes ago. I'm sure that we just lost each other within the crowd. So please, just
What are their names? What are their names?
Ri- Richard and
Teresa.
Teresa. Yes.
Okay. Can Richard and Teresa please raise their hands?
Now I wonder who Richard and Teresa are.
Lovely.
Can I make a perception check to try to spot them out in the
Yeah,
crowd?
absolutely. Go ahead.
Me with my passive perception of 10.
Okay. Okay, that's a +3. So, are the dice going to be nice to me? We'll find out. That is a 2 for a total of 5.
Um, yeah, it's just a big blob of people with no discernible qualities.
It's like,
Can we see Drez standing on the horse?
Oh yeah, no perception check needed for that one.
Okay, great. I'm gonna lean over to Sandor and be like, I think you're Richard and I'm Teresa. I think
No.
that's us.
This is an interesting point you bring up. Richard is my fake name, but I've only told it to 2 people. So how would they know that my name is Richard? Let's think about this.
Okay, but Sandor, I love where your head's at, but if we look right over there and
look.
point at Drez.
It's Dresdor and the horse.
So maybe
Did we ever name that horse?
I don't know. I kind of like the name Giuseppe for it. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
I was thinking Destroyer. Something cool.
Oh. Yeah, we could workshop it. Okay, maybe let's head over to them.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Will you hold this for me? I'm gonna take my glaive out and just hand it to Al. Sorry, it's just I don't want to hold it in my hands. I like to have them free, and I keep trying almost hitting people with a giant unsheathed weapon. So you've got plenty on you, so you're probably proficient in that. I'll take it back in only a moment. Thank you. And I'll push myself through the crowd over to them. Instead of going around, I'll just push myself right through the crowd, straight to them.
There they are. Okay, we found them. Thank you. They're right here.
See, we are doing great at management today. It's already the first item on the agenda. Missing people are no more.
I still. Okay.
We'll
I'm
address
just
that
gonna
later.
slowly sit back down. I'm just gonna sit on the horse, like side saddle, because I'm already up here. I'm not gonna hop down. Is that all the
Venturing party,
crier?
we better get better at keeping tabs on each other, I think.
I suggest holding hands while we walk through the city.
We
Okay.
are still missing our cat friend.
And
So,
speaking of the cat friend, Iggy, you're heading back to the stables.
Yeah, I'm heading over to. I'm just trying to find a stables, preferably one with a lot of horses.
Well, you did pass the stable when you first arrived. That Sander went into to speak to the horse master.
Cool.
So you probably remember quite well the direction because it was literally 5 minutes ago.
Cool.
Um,
Is there anybody see me approaching?
the horse masters is still there working out in front.
I try and sneak by him.
Okay, make me a stealth check then.
That's a 22.
Yeah, it's you sneak by the horse master, you sneak by the horses. There's no one knows you're there. It's full reign to go wherever you want.
I'm gonna try and sneak into like one of the stables.
Okay. Are you going for where horses or where there's no horses?
Where's this horses?
Okay. There's there's a couple of different there's one that's clearly more of a riding horse and a bit fancy. There's an extra lock on that one, and then there's a couple horses that are more
I'll do the riding
like
horse,
okay.
and I'm gonna just try and like untie its reins,
Hmm.
and I'm just gonna be like, shh, good horsey, good horsey. All right, good horsey.
Okay, if you want to get him out of the enclosure, you are gonna have to get rid of the lock. But if you just want to pet him, that's you can do that from above the
Well, I do have a lockpick. I do have thieves tools.
hmm?
That is part of my class, so I am going to try and pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead. The horse is watching you with much interest.
I'm gonna like whisper to the horse, "Hey, by the way, Igni, meet you. That's like a 13.
Mm, oh, Stephen, your audio is a bit low.
Is it?
Also,
All right. Let me
yeah.
turn myself up. Sorry. All right, check. Give me a second. Oh yeah, there. I don't know why this keeps happening. Hold on.
Curse.
Yeah, no, my microphone really is cursed.
Mm.
Testing 1 2. Yeah, just a second.
we're gonna be known.
In the meantime, I will describe this horse in great detail. He is brown. He has a little white spot on his nose, as well as white dots going along his backside. Um, he's very well maintained. He has great poise in the way that he stands. He's clearly been brushed multiple times per day, and he is looking Igni up and down, trying to see where he's holding like any carrots or treats.
Is that better? All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to figure this out later. All right. Well, in the meantime, yeah, I'm gonna pick the lock. I rolled a 13.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's though it's been added for extra protection, it's not very good quality, and you do manage to after a little bit of time though you're hidden well enough that the horse master is clearly not gonna see you doing this, so it takes you a little bit, but you do manage to get the gate open.
Cool. And I'm gonna try and mount the horse.
Okay. um he as you come closer, he kind of takes his head and starts just sniffing around your pockets for food.
Hey, that's a good horsey. Yeah, Yeah, you want to come with me? You want to come with me for free? Yeah, I give you all the carrots you want. I just don't want to pay for you. And I'm gonna like try and get on. I'm gonna try and mount the horse.
Okay. Okay. Sure. He's still kind of like huffing with annoyance and trying to like turn his head back around to get your attention.
Okay.
And he kind of starts stomping angrily as you pass him.
Oh no, calm down, shh, calm down. And can I pull out like some berries that I have in my pocket? Kind of hold them
Hmm
up to him. Hey, shh.
He the poise of the horse just goes away, and he just chomps those berries down immediately.
All right, shh. All right, all right. Let's go see Biscuit. And I'm gonna hop on his back.
Hmm Okay. You we've got horse number 2.
Is there any way I can ride off without him seeing me?
Mm, it's probably going to be a bit difficult since the horse master is near the main exit from this place, though their back is currently turned to you, so they're not looking your way.
All right, just a second. And I like kind of hop off the horse, and I'm gonna pick
Hmm
up. Is there like a little chunk of wood or a little pebble or something
Yeah, there's
on the ground?
definitely just pebbles.
All right, I'm gonna pick up a pebble, and I'm going to use magical tinkering, and I can make it. I can make it either do an auditory or sensory effect.
hmm
And so I'm gonna make the pebble start screaming, "Help! Help! Help me!" But I'm not gonna activate it until I throw it past him. So I'm gonna like try and throw
hmm
it over his head, see if I can get him to like try and go over to where the person is screaming help.
This is just the plot of Horton Hears a Who.
So so I'm just gonna go. All right, and I'm gonna throw the pebble away from the stable.
hmm You see the horse master kind of like looking around as the noise starts, and then it just kind of try to see if there's like any guards nearby, but everyone fortunately is at the meeting in the town square, so they start walking off towards the source of the noise.
All right, let's go. And I like hop on him, like, "Go." All right, and I yeah, hop on his back, and I'm gonna like ride. If he's like walking this way to go see where the pebble is, I'm gonna ride this way while he has his
hmm
back turned away.
Okay, you make your way out of the stables with your new horse friend.
Hey,
Are you
boy.
are you heading back into the city, like into the village center with the horse now?
Yeah, I have something I want to do.
Okay.
First things, is there like a general store anywhere that I can find?
Yeah. It's basically next to the town square, though it is closed at the moment. There's a little like closed sign on it.
Can
As
I
the
like?
owner's probably just taking part in the meeting.
Okay, I'll have to wait until the meeting's done. I'll have to find a place to stash this horse. Uh, quick, get in my glove box. Get in my glove box. No, okay. I'm just gonna. What can I do? You know what? I'm just gonna like really try and trick people into thinking this is my horse, and like kind of just walk through the town square with my new horse.
Too
Mm-hmm.
bad
Okay,
that
can you
you're
make me?
not. I'm just
Can you?
too bad you're not with the party, because I definitely have a disguise kit.
Oh, maybe yeah. I'll go find these guys, and I'll be like, hey,
Mm,
don't
just
get mad.
as you're on your way, can you make me just like a quick performance check to see how well you're doing
Oh
at blending in with your new horse?
yes I can. Um, boop. Nat 20. Oh my god, wait. Oh, wait, where is it?
Dice paw.
I
Dice
can't see
paw.
it. I can't see it. It's not focusing. Goddamn shitty
Hold on, hold on.
$30 Amazon camera.
We're trying our best here.
We're trying. We're trying.
Yeah, you and this horse, it's like there's a bond there that's visible to everyone. There's like people turning around and just going like, wow, this is just a lifelong. It's like at the end of a horse girl movie where they win the race and she's like, yeah, horsey, like we're lifelong friends. It's like you hear the music swell in the background and it's you and this horse have an unbreakable bond that's visible to everyone who looks. It's your horse and you're the horse's owner, and that's the way it's
we
always been.
we
Igni is a
are
horse girl.
we are a bunch of horse thieves. We are never gonna buy a horse in this campaign properly.
Why should we? Possessions are just things, other people's things I don't own yet.
Yeah, that's the only kit I got. Is my disguise kit. Got that with my one class.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go try and find these goobers.
Okay. I think Dress is still up on the horse, so
I am sitting on it side saddle, both legs,
Mhm.
like a proper lady, but I'm not a lady, so it's very confusing.
Oh,
Yeah, so
me,
the party's
wow.
very easy to find. It's the horse locating way where you look for the very tall horse above the crowd.
So, this was wonderful sitting here and listening to this meeting. We should probably go find our friend. Or actually, I don't know if our friend wants to be found. Did anybody...
Yeah, well, I mean, what if he had something to go do? I mean, it sounded like before we like kind of stole him from the other cart, when we ran into each other, he sounded like he needed to do something.
I will admit I was not listening. I was sort of preoccupied. Al and I were taking leadership and thrusting ourselves forward. One request. I've never ridden a horse before. Can I sit on it?
Um, I suppose. I mean, I'm very comfortable here.
Uppies.
Upbeat. Do you expect me to pick you up and put you, because I'm not strong enough to do
Do you
that.
expect me to just climb onto the back of the horse?
I am not strong enough to do that. Maybe you could ask her or Shoulders over here to do that, but I can't. Do you see my very delicate and lean arms here?
Do you see my very delicate and lean figure? No. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
I doubt your figure is more lean than my figure is.
excuse me.
The
What?
man said uppies.
Pardon. Pardon. The
What?
town crier's looking your way. Could you I don't know if this is a matter of the village level importance. So if you could please take your horse lesson maybe away from where I am talking.
Oh,
I've,
I'm sorry. The
I'm
person whose job is to speak over others is not able to speak over the others at this moment. Is that what you're telling us?
Isn't
Well,
there
that
like
is
isn't there like magic that can like amplify your voice? Why don't you have something like that?
I
Like
know
you're
I know
supposed to be
20
the loudest
spellcasters who can make your
person
voice
here, and if we're causing a scene, people should still be able to hear you over us.
louder. We don't have the right to the same information as the rest of the townspeople. Just because
that
we
is
speak loud
that is
because I want to get on the back of a
unnecessarily
horse.
rude. I don't know where you came from, but we don't have the funds here for me to have a magical voice amplifier.
Sorry, but I thought your job was to address the crowd, not address individuals.
Is
okay.
are they reading off like a scroll or something?
Yeah, they have parchment with notes on it. With,
Okay. It's like, do you need somebody who has a louder voice?
Look, it's I can't yell over a horse lesson. I have a night job. I need to save my voice. If I lose my voice, they're gonna fire me. This is I should not be I should not be explaining myself to you. Don't even live here. Why are you at the meeting?
You don't know that. Maybe I just moved.
Yeah.
I've never seen you before in my life.
Are
We're
you the
in the
town realtor
business
now too?
of yeah, exactly. What if we're in the business of buying a house? Right now, you're telling us that this is a terrible place to live.
This is ridiculous. This is outrageous. Where's the Rosewater Company? We're going over there. We don't need this anymore. And we're taking our horse with us.
I mean, that's all I wanted from. Oh, okay. The company's over that way, but if you want to speak to management, that's in the town hall here next. But we're not letting people in right now, which I said at the beginning of the meeting, which you would have heard if you had come on time.
As soon as she hears that, she's gonna try and climb up on the horse and be like, well, you can tell me Lady Alicia Royce is here to speak with them. So let us in. This instant, I demand it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you tell her, girl. You are speaking to royal nobility.
Nobility. That's nobility right there.
Oh! I am so sorry. And he does this little like curtsy that's a bit awkward. Did you need to be escorted to the town hall entrance? I can do that if I am so sorry for speaking back. I meant no disrespect.
How could you have known? But don't let it happen again. I need a place for my horses to be tied up and kept safe, and my friends and I would indeed like an escort to the door. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm gonna go get someone to go get your horses, and he jumps off of the boxes and runs over to the guards at the side of the square, and he's just like, you okay? These are very important people, and you have to let them in for a meeting because they're apparently nobles. And I am going to handle the horses. And then he just runs back and climbs up onto the box, and he goes, the meeting is concluded. We've gone over, and people just start going, but what about we still have what about the missing inventory? We can't go back. And it's like, the meeting's concluded, and just runs over before anyone can catch up to him, and just goes, I will take care of the horses. Do you I will take them to the stables. Do you have a specific place in the stables that you're renting out for the horses, or?
That would be well, give me a moment to confer with my companions. And I hop off the horse and go, hey Igni, where the fuck did this horse come from?
Am I here?
Yeah, show up with this other horse.
Am I here right now?
Oh,
yeah, I mean, you did say you were looking for them.
Oh,
and
cool.
I did
Yeah, I
say
just
you,
making
yeah.
just making sure. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, hey, yeah, it's my dad. I'm getting, got you there. I got you there. Good one, right? My dad.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, hey, I stole a horse.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, we don't need. we don't need to purchase horses? I thought that was like a big thing here. See, I normally do trades where I'm from, but
Yeah,
if we could just take things.
well, you can attempt. I don't know how well it's gonna work out, but you could do anything you put your mind to.
You know, I think the last
So,
time I took something, I got into really big trouble. So I think I know what you're talking about.
hey, team, I really love this bonding that's happening here. I think we're all becoming better friends because of it. But we need to figure out what to do with our now stolen horse so we can get inside because I don't know if it's allowed in the stable. You stole a horse. Oh my god.
Um,
Hey, he's good. He's cool. He's chill. He's not a
uh,
narc.
Does he have a
I'm gonna take one of my like little side sashes from my belt, and I'm going to go up to Igny's horse and just like do like a braid in the mane to make it look different. And then tie the sash off in like a big old bow.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's I mean the level of this it's the same horse, but it now has a braid.
um, makeup's like safe to put on horses, right? As long as it doesn't get in their eyes, right? Or the mouth.
I'm gonna say maybe don't put makeup on a horse.
Um,
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna like dig through like my disguise kit, but it's just like d- mostly all makeup and hair
maybe
product.
maybe put some like white spots on its sides. Maybe so it doesn't look like
Okay, okay. I'm gonna start digging around.
using
I'm
makeup?
gonna be like, and I'm going to
Yeah,
like
you can wash it off, right?
for like
Paint.
I'm gonna pull my horse to hide what I'm doing currently to the other horse. And I'm going to try and sneakily start putting details on this horse with my disguise kit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're doing it sneakily, so you can make a stealth check because the guy who's supposed to be taking the horses from you is like a good 2 meters away, just kind of waiting.
It's like,
Oh Jesus!
are you
A moment.
guys
We are managing our
I'm going.
assets.
I'm gonna like just distract them. Okay. Okay.
Hey there, horse person, man. What's up? What's your name?
My name is Philip, and I'm a town crier. I'm not a horseman. Um,
Oh, my bad. You
I
look
mean,
like a horseman.
I'm a horse. I'm a horse. If you need me to be a horseman, I am a horseman right now. Though my main job is town crier. This is not what I imagined when I took up the job of town crier. I wasn't expecting horse. But you, I mean, I do whatever pleases the people.
Right.
At
Well,
least
it
no
seemed
one's
like you
yelling
weren't
at me.
really
Is
doing a good job because it
is
seems like the people are pretty unpleased
is
here.
he thoroughly distracted that it would help my role at all?
Um, yeah, I think Monty's gonna is like, basically helping you, so you get advantage on your roll.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God, because I rolled a 2. It's another 2, but it's sleight of hand, right? It's sleight of hand, which is
Yes, sleight of hand.
6,
Yeah.
which is only an 8. So still not great, but it's
We're
not a
not
2.
we're not trying to disguise this horse from this guy though, right? We're trying to disguise the horse from the stable owner dude who isn't around.
The stable owner is not here right now. The stable owner is
That is true.
not seeing this. However, there are you managed to block off as much as another horse can block off, but there's like the rest of the people who are not blocked by the horse were just in clear view of what you're doing, and the town crier isn't talking anymore, so there's no focus of the meeting. The meeting's over,
Well,
so there's just kind of people walking back home who are like passing by, and they just kind of like look at you as you're doing what you're doing, and they just kind of
he's a very special horse that needs special medication. If anyone has.
I'm going to
Okay.
go up to the town crier, and I'm going to extend a hand, and I'll say, I apologize for raising my voice. I really wanted uppies onto the horse, and I was not provided such a service. I do have an issue with getting angry when I don't get the things that I want. It's something I'm working on. The whole yelling at you in front of all the townspeople thing doesn't really support my narrative of being a good, benevolent hero. So this is me trying to make amends. Richard, by the way.
he does another curtsy, and he's like, "Thank you very oh thank you very much for apologizing to me. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that very much. I was deeply hurt by your words, and the fact that you recognize that means a lot to me."
I am so grateful that you have brought to my attention that my words can be used to hurt people. That is a power I did not know I possessed, and I now know that I can use this to my advantage. So thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Sander has learned vicious mockery.
Okay.
Anyways, I believe our horses have finished their lunch break and are ready to be put away. So if you wouldn't mind doing that and just pointing us in the direction of who we need to go talk to.
Okay,
Our lady awaits.
he just does another
Yes,
curtsy.
I am waiting.
Okay, I will take the horses. You just go over there, and that's where the guards are standing next to the entrance. That's the town hall, and Mr. Montgomery is there. He's the one you should talk to about Rosewater matters. So he's in there.
Mr. Rosewater Company. Anyways, thank you. Thank you very much.
No, I thank you for this. Anyways, I will take your horses to the stable. Then.
Great. All right, group team.
Wait.
Go.
What? Did we get your name?
Philip.
Philip.
The Philip.
Yes.
Philip the town crier.
J. Fry.
Also, I also apologize for my very sour attitude. I'm new to everything, so I don't. I'm just used to being aggressive a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've never taken a horse lesson, but I imagine it can be quite stressful learning a new thing. Learning how to be a town crier was very stressful for me too, so I understand tensions run high.
Just know, if you're working yourself too hard, you need to take a break. Like, darling, you need some time for yourself. A you
Mm-hmm.
day is very important. Very important. So maybe talk to your higher up, whoever
Yes.
that may be.
Have one of your servants bring you breakfast in bed.
I
Breakfast
don't
in bed. That's.
I don't know if that's a thing everybody gets, but
Breakfast in bed. Anyone can have breakfast in bed.
yeah, but
I've never had breakfast in bed.
Then it's a wonderful time for you to try. After you take our horses away and we leave you.
yo, I'm gonna lean over to Sandra, and be like, little little too stiff. Relax. Like we talked about. um,
I'm loose. I'm loose.
uh, really, talk to whoever is in charge. You need a break. You're 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 feeling a little frustrated. Let them understand that, and hopefully they're not
Well,
terrible.
technically, I am working for the mayor. Her name is Lady Liana. She's currently at the town hall. So if maybe you wanted to put in a good word for me while I take the horses away, because I don't speak to her directly very often. But if you would like to speak to her for me and maybe say that I deserve a day off to have breakfast in bed because of how well I'm doing, I would be very grateful for that.
We'll do it for 20 gold pieces. Nah, I'm kidding.
I don't know. No.
That was very funny.
Okay, you should. Yes, yes. Anything to make up for what happened there. We will definitely do that.
I'll tell you what. We'll do it for you, but I need you to do something for me. I need you to.
Okay.
I need you to fetch me some peanut butter.
Oh, for you or for the horse?
Well, that doesn't really matter, now does it?
I guess not. It's just the container, the size would. I will get you
I'll
some
tell you,
peanut
small,
butter.
small one. Small container is good.
Okay. Horses to the stable, and then I get peanut butter.
I'm holding on to my horse.
So one horse to the stable.
Yeah.
Me disguising
Oh.
it. Made
Yeah.
no
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
sense.
No, that's good. That's good. I got a thing. I got a thing. I'm doing. I kind of look over. I'm gonna make us
Okay,
some money. I got a thing. I got a thing.
Very confused.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
well,
Sorry to interrupt. I'm not sorry. Onward, party. I have business to attend to.
Yes. Stay confident.
Hmm.
You're doing good.
To
Business.
business.
Thank you. It's
Numbers.
Just remember to breathe. Very good.
And I begin to march off to the town hall.
I will follow. What is peanut butter?
I'm gonna do a thing. I got a thing. I'm
Uh,
gonna do.
I don't know what peanut butter. What was the mayor's name again?
the mayor's name is Lady Liana.
Lady Leia.
Lady. Okay, cool. All right, I guess we're heading to town hall.
Yes, the guards greet you with a nod and let you through as they've been informed that you are at least partly nobility, uh, nobility and co. Um, and inside, it's a simple stone building. It's a bit fancier than the rest of town, but it's depending on who I'm speaking to, obviously, the nobility for you, it's not anything special, but it's otherwise it's pretty nice. There are some people wondering about taking notes, and as you walk in, also just before you walk in for the door, Igni, what are you doing with the horse?
Did I get my
Are you
peanut butter?
um you would have to wait for the peanut butter because he has to go all the way to the stables and then get peanut butter and then come back.
All right. I'm gonna wait for the peanut butter. You guys go on to the town hall.
Okay, so you're waiting out with the horse and the for the peanut butter. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we wait for the peanut butter, we can take a break here before we
All right.
enter into
What a
town hall.
what a cliffhanger. What a cliffhanger.
What a cliffhanger.
Will Igni get his
I
peanut
cannot
butter?
wait to see. I cannot wait to see what the peanut butter is for.
All right, we will be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
See you
Jazz
all then.
hands.
seems like Streamlabs has some things that we have to maybe discuss.
Yeah. Oh, it's valid.
I'm so happy. I've been saving up for a new mic and a new webcam, and I finally made enough, and I just bought it. Yes.
Okay.
What?
Got another coffee?
So
Yes.
apparently
Okay.
before we started the break, people could still hear us while we were talking. I don't know if they can hear us now. I know Quentin's not here, but they can still hear us. Okay. The chat
Brad, you
still
worried
says
about
we
my
can
food?
hear.
Oh no.
Oh no. All of you stop listening right now. Just mute.
But don't leave.
Yeah, don't leave. No. I'm reading the comment. Mr. Stream Man is not here to fix this problem. Because he went to go make food.
But yes, Hunter, to answer your question, yes, I am drinking more coffee. I figured out if you put 2 scoops of cookies and cream ice cream and then cold coffee in, it's the most delicious thing in the world. So tips for you at home.
Yeah,
this is my new favorite item.
I guess if they can hear us, you know. How's everyone doing? How you guys doing? You guys doing great? How you enjoying the stream?
Also, do you guys have that?
Thank
Speaking
you,
of
Jules,
coffee,
that is an idea.
do you guys
Go
have that Starbucks thing in America where they sell like bottles of Frappuccino in stores?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is amazing. That is like we because I live in the middle of nowhere and they only started selling that like very recently here because they sell nothing. Like it's so good. It's like how I've been surviving quarantine because it's like I'm almost in the coffee shop.
Technical
Okay.
difficulties.
Well, this is basically that. So here's a hot tip. You need to make it from home.
You know, you don't need to call me out, ma'am, in the chat. This is the pre-Patreon content.
Yeah, we should be charging for all our good commentary.
This is like the thing you get on DVDs, the director's commentary.
Oh, okay.
Little you know, Easter egg.
I'm normally cold, but like, whoo, this thing's really warm. I am.
Oh, Stream Man is back.
Quentin! He can't hear us yet, I don't think. Hey, Quentin, the stream can still hear us. Yeah.
Alright, so we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. I was messing around with audio stuff, trying to figure out how we can play music in the background without you being able to hear us talking in the Discord. And so I added a background music thing and then forgot to mute it. And it was just taking audio straight from my headphone set. So everything that everyone was saying you guys could hear, and I left the room. So apologies for that, and apologies that there was no music during the mid. There was both of the things that were supposed to happen. Neither of them happened. So I apologize for that. Oh.
It was just the music of our voices.
Yeah, you got a little insider look at what goes on behind the scenes.
Woo!
Somebody in
On our
chat
toilet break.
Somebody in chat just said no more sound.
I think that might have been in response to me muting it as soon as you guys told me that you could still hear me going. Ah.
Okay.
Do you hear us now, though?
Yes. People in chat, if you can hear us, just let us know. Send some emojis, something.
we get some pog champs in chat?
Cool. Also, apologies for if you ever see my mouse come up on the screen. Streamlabs likes to do this really, really fun thing where it will show my mouse going over other people's faces while I am like turning on and off screens. And when I just now, whenever I was deleting that audio thing that we didn't need, it did that. So, anyways, besides that, this is your quick reminder that if you haven't voted for who Spencer should cosplay, go and do that. The poll won't close for a very, very long time, not until the end of the month, right?
The last day to post for or to put in your vote will be the 31st of March, because then on April 1st is when we will start our poll for May, and I will be starting your lovely suggestion or your votes for April.
Cool. Yeah. So if you haven't done that, go do that. All right. And with that, back to Peanut Butter Horse Town Hall legend.
Okay,
The cart
so
goer.
the cart goers, the go-karters, the famous horse thieving group.
Horse girl.
The horse
Horse girls.
swindlers.
The horse. So there's 4 of you heading into town hall, and Igni is hanging out in front with his horse. Okay. The peanut butter man will get back in a bit. So
Take it down.
we have to wait for that point. Though the excitement is high. So as the 4 of you head inside, as I said, it's a pretty simple yet official building. And there are some people walking around working that spot you pretty much as soon as you enter, and one of them approaches you and says, good afternoon, how can I help you today? What are you looking for?
We request audience with the Mr. Montgomery Rosewater. I am Lady Alicia Roysa, and I demand audience with the Rosewaters.
Okay. And you see that woman kind of pause for a moment, like thinking over your words, and she seems like she's about to say something but then doesn't, and just turns around and says, 1 minute please, and walks off into a nearby office. And she comes back out after less than a minute. She says, Mr. Montgomery, we'll see you right now. However, if you have anything that you want to report as in regards to the factory, we do also have the suggestions box outside. But obviously you are free to go in to your meeting right now.
Thank you.
Also,
Okay.
we have a friend outside. He's a large cat man, gray fur, 2 different eye colors. He's outside right now waiting for something. So if he comes in, maybe just point him in the direction that where we're going.
Is Catman is here is that the literal
Yes, he is literally a cat man.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
thought that might be a club of sorts. That's not a club. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, I will instruct him to come after you to the meeting. So if you would go straight into the left, that is Mr. Montgomery's office, and you can speak to him there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes,
as
thank
we
you.
walk in, I just want to turn to the party and be like, might have mentioned this earlier. Sometimes nobles aren't really a huge fan of me, but they are of my family. So he might not like me. Okay, let's go. And I lead the way in.
There is also a possibility that they know of my parents, but there's no way to tell. So
I'm gonna lean over to Monty and be like, we could look like we're like the muscle for them if they're, because that's like important, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Puppy chest, come on.
Yeah. I'm gonna flex my barely existing muscle. I'm be like, also, what is a club? I don't know what that is.
We can talk about this later.
Okay, very true. Okay, we'll be behind them.
Looking very intimidating.
Very intimidating.
Grr.
Okay, so are you knocking or are you barging in with confidence?
Can I actually use thaumaturgy to burst the door open?
Absolutely.
Wait.
Yep, I do that.
Can I add to her effect? I can do a cantrip of dancing lights. Can I like just cast that and like make her look like very like all these like cool little like fairies or something? Like the globules look like little fairies that are just like whimsical around her.
Yes, please. I love that. That's
Okay.
absolutely amazing.
I will do that to add to the effect.
And I'm gonna brandish my weapon, and I'm gonna cast the light cantrip on it, so that it's glowing and I look real.
We are making an impression.
Uh-huh.
Shadows
And
across my face.
you have your weapon out?
I just have it in my hand like a staff. I'm not like. I don't look like I'm about to stab anybody.
Mm-hmm. Monty, any?
It's got a mean grimace on my face.
I also follow his lead, and then also remember a lot of the looks that my mother used to give me when I did something wrong. I try to it, to do that, replicate those.
Okay.
Or like
so,
stick out my teeth a little.
So in this section, the door bursts open, just almost off the hinges, as the four of you enter with sparkling light and a glowing weapon, and just the meanest looks on your faces. To this, for context, as you open the door, what you see is a desk, some bookshelves, and this thin, lanky, older human guy. He has slicked back gray hair and a little mustache, and he has like very small glasses that he's holding up, and he's reading a book. And as the door just bursts open, he tries to lean back, and his chair just falls over. And from the ground, you just hear him go, "By the door! We are under attack! Guards! Guards! I am being assassinated!"
Oh.
My name. Can I like walk in and go around his desk and like stick out my hand to like shake while he's on the ground? Is Lady Alicia Roysa, and I have come for an audience. I bring great news.
You see, he's on the ground, and his glasses have fallen off, and he's just like trying to find them. He looks up at you and he goes, "Yeah, yes. And he gets them and he puts them back on. He reaches out a hand. Says, Lord Gideon Montgomery, it is. Are you are here for an audience with me?"
Yes. I, as well as my compatriots plus one left outside, have traveled far to return a to you that we have found abandoned. And now we are returning it to you from the bottom of our own hearts, and also maybe a reward, but mostly from our hearts. It is but down the street.
So you are not assassins. You are not attempting
No,
to assassin.
No, I am a lady of the Roysa family of Volpez. I am not an assassin.
The
Nor do I
Royces!
employ them. Yes,
Oh,
that's my family.
Oh, that is. Oh, it is a great pleasure to meet you, Lady Rosa. The you've brought our card back to us.
Indeed.
Oh, that is a wonder. Oh, okay. Please allow me to compose myself. And he picks up the book and sits it back on the desk. Okay. So, where are the cart drivers? Did they come with you by any chance?
This man, and I give a big point right to Monty. This man is Lord Beaumont Shoulders, and he nobly sailed your ship, back to you across the ground through the dirt with a horse, pulled by a horse, not the winds.
Richard, a ship is a totally different thing. I know what a ship is.
Oh no!
That is a totally different thing of a cart.
No, yes, I was trying to do like a metaphor, an analogy. It didn't. I don't know if it worked very well.
It worked very well. It did a very good amount of grandeur.
Thank you, Lord Montgomery. Saunter Skyfair, by the way, of the Skyfair family.
It is a pleasure to meet you. So, brave cart driver, you will be compensated for your trauma. So you are employed by the Rosewater Company. I have not met you personally, but I assume you're coming from the other employer from out of town. Can you please fill out a report for me as to what has occurred on your way from the other factory with if there's also a form for inventory missing, if you could also fill that out. There's a supplementary form for damages done to the cart. I might be forced to take some of that out of your paycheck if you're found responsible for the accident.
Okay.
But I will get those forms to you.
I'm going to cut in.
Good.
I'm going to cut in and be like, hello, my name's Benlis. I'm with them, but and him. Anyways, everything is gone. The cart was attacked by bandits, and they took everything, and we barely escaped with our lives.
Oh my. Oh.
True. It was very traumatic.
It was very traumatic. We lost our dear friend Mary, and
Don't even say her name, Mary.
That's gonna be a bit of a deception check right there.
It's a bit of a deception check.
Okay. I get bonuses from deception, so hopefully, please, I need this to work.
That's it. Speak.
No.
Oh no.
No.
I think it's time you buy new dice, honestly. Or like throw these out of the window or something. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they're
you're
cursed.
done.
Mary, no.
Do you have a dice jail?
Very no.
Okay, you're done and out for today. We're gonna try purple next.
Jail.
Yup.
So you are claiming to there seems to be a bit of a gap here in your story. I don't I don't quite understand. So you're an employer can I see your employee credentials? Before
The
I give you
thieves, they took it. They robbed me blind. I have nothing on me.
They stole everything. Thing.
Well, you were saying you were the driver, and then you are also an employee then of Rosewater. That's
Ah,
I'm an employed driver.
yes, he is. We met up along the way. I decided to help them because I am very powerful. And
Yes.
I will pull out one of my holy symbols that I keep on hand. Um oh, who's
yes,
my
yes. Thoughts and prayers to your lost friend. I
um
don't. This I am quite happy you've brought our card back to us. But your story, you met on the road, but you lost your friend on the way. Was the friend also an employee? Um, Actually, let me just. What was your name again, Mr. Shoulders?
Lord Beaumont Shoulders.
Bowman Shoulders. I this is
not getting
this is
anything
I.
from this.
Please let me pull out the employee records just to check your
Actually, excuse, before we do that, I have a question before we get in to fact checking. I noticed that there's a big hullabaloo outside and that people may or may not be going missing. Perhaps if you explained, if you know anything that was going on, we could say if we like saw anything, because we have two drivers, so like maybe it's connected, the bandits. We would love to help out you help you out in this.
Okay, that I definitely would love to receive help with the current situation, and it will give you something to do. For I would ask you to remain in town for perhaps the next week or so while we investigate this cart mishap. As I do not have your employee records on hand, so were you perhaps paid under the table? As I don't do that here in my regional section of the Rosewater Company.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. It's a kind of a
Seems to
poor
be.
area over there.
Uh,
Uh,
I just
I'm new.
I just remembered something. I had picked up glass from the cart that looked like to be a fancy vase
Yeah.
from the cart. If if I remember that, I will pull that
Mhm.
out and be like, I I don't know if this was maybe something that might have been your goods, but this is like the
Oh,
only thing I could find. I'm it's in pieces, but uh, I was able to pick up what I could. Maybe you could like what is it? Like do like glue it together with like the like that really cool like golden uh like glue job.
oh, I do appreciate the art. Remember, this is truly tragic. This is a new perfume we were producing. It's the orchid line that we were. Oh, I helped manufacture that one. It brings me pain. It brings pain to my heart to see that someone not only robbed our card but destroyed our fine merchandise in the process.
My mother loved the
Uh,
scent of orchid. This is truly a tragedy. I'm
thank
so
you.
sorry for
I
your loss.
but so you were attacked by thieves on the road.
Yes. Uh
What did they look like?
we couldn't see their faces. They were covered. They had masks
Covered
on.
in hair.
Okay, what did the masks look like?
Sort of feline and evil, and they had bright yellow eyes,
Uh,
and
and
they would
claws.
they would meow. It was horrifying. They were hardly human.
So we are on the lookout for cat people.
No.
No.
Well, before we get a little bit too far, we should probably tell you we have a friend outside who's a cat person, and they are not a part of this group.
Yes.
I just realized my mistake.
Are they also an employee of Rosewater?
No.
They're my traveling companion.
They are They are our horse master.
Your horse master. Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, how about I quickly will go. If you wouldn't mind giving me your information about your accommodation, because while I do have the utmost trust in what you are telling me, I would love to. It's company policy to investigate such event. As you are not on the employee list and you claim to be employees, but you have no credentials, I do need to so I will go get the papers while you just wait right here. I will be right back in 2 minutes.
Now, I have a question for you, sir, before you walk out on us.
Yes.
Yes, when did I ever claim to be an employee? Because I don't quite remember that happening. I do remember saying that he was an employee, but from
yes,
what
he
I
is
remember...
Yes. So he is an employee and
But I'm
so
not.
oh,
And the royal,
you are...
the noble lady Alicia, whom I am forever indebted to, is not, and we are traveling companions. And as our friend over here said, they were traveling along and stumbled into them, and then the man outside is a horse master. So we are not all employees.
Yes, okay. I will not be investigating your efforts. I am only responsible for the actions of those under my employ. So those are the only... You are free to do as you please.
Okay, wonderful. All right.
And meanwhile outside, Iggy, you're hanging out with your horse. You see the town crier. He is making his way back out from the opposite side of the town square. He is very bravely carrying back what looks to be a jar of peanut butter. And as he is heading your way, actually, he's about to walk by, when he is cut off by a tiefling man in noble clothing. He has a very fancy vest with embellishments on it. It's completely black. And he has 2 guards with him who don't seem to be the town guard. And he is heading in the direction of the town hall. And he passes you by, and he kind of stops and looks at you. And he's standing quite a bit away. He has one of the guards positioned in between himself and you, and he looks to you up and down and says, "Are you a chauffeur here, or do you want to take my coat?"
Take a picture; it'll last longer. Spit at his feet.
Oh. Yikes.
Okay.
It's a bad decision session today.
We're causing problems on purpose.
It's the in character session today.
No. Okay. How about you come inside with me, and I will have my men sit with you for a moment while I go on to my meeting.
Oh, you
and
men?
Then we will...
Oh, sorry. I thought these 2 toothpicks were your children. I didn't realize these were to pass as guards. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I think I'm gonna stay out here. Thank you very much.
Are you trying to get yourself arrested? Do you perhaps have self-destructive tendencies that are coming out into daylight here?
Hey man, you instigated it. I'm just ending it.
Oh, something is about to end here, all right, but I don't think it's what you think. Look, I would suggest you come sit down and we will address this with the mayor because I do think that is not how you speak to nobility.
You guys say what?
This is not how you speak to. Are you deaf because your ears do look like you might have lost a bit of your hearing capabilities?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm surprised that you can hear me at all through your overwhelming wall of ego.
Okay, this is how is it? Uh, man, can you and he waves his hand, and the two men at his side come up to you and grab you by the arm.
Can I make a dexterity saving throw?
Yep, absolutely. Go ahead.
Can I try and squeeze? I should have said, should I try and squeeze out of there?
Yeah. That is two dudes separately who are trying to grab you. So
Okay.
we'll see how they do.
Oh wait, that's not bad. That's a 16. No, wait, that's a 16.
Okay. I'm
Oh, the
having
first one.
them.
Yeah.
I'm having them roll with advantage because there's two of them, and they
Cool.
rolled a 12 and an 18.
Which averages out to 16. Actually, may I, while they're walking over to me, can I? I mean, I should. How far away were they when they started walking over to me? Averages of 15 seconds. Thank you.
Like a COVID safe distance of 2 meters. So
2 meters. All right. While they're
do you
walking
guys
over-
understand meters?
Yeah, I understand. Meters.
Okay.
I just think 3 feet 3 inches.
I'll be honest, I don't understand meters at all.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I also don't
Three,
understand.
it's like
feet,
6.5 feet.
6 feet. Yeah, six and a half feet. I'll try to switch to feet because I just realized you're not Europeans.
Gave that away.
As they're walking over, I say, "Hey, you are not obliged to listen to him. You are. I'm saying you are well within your right to disobey that order."
Okay, make a persuasion check for that.
All right. 2.
We are not very persuasive.
All right. So they just all right, yeah.
they are laughing at you as they come up to grab you. And you are being forcefully taken inside the town hall.
Hey, let me go! Hey, I'll put you in the ground, bitch.
Okay, who were the two that, or did that person only need Monty or also me? Because he said that Alicia and Sonder can go, right?
Yeah, he said that. I mean, currently you're all still in the meeting. I guess you're. No one's gonna stop you from leaving right now. He did say that the two of you who claim to be employees have to stay in town, because they're gonna be investigating you for your involvement with the cart accident.
Okay.
We can dip.
Okay.
And you are definitely as soon as because of how much Igni is yelling, as soon as they cross the threshold of the town hall, you can definitely hear this because Montgomery's office is like right next to the entrance.
I'm gonna mount your horns on my wall, you piece of shit, you little prick.
Excuse me, what is going on here?
Nothing. These guys, I was just chilling, and these guys came up to me and apprehended me.
I'm gonna run out. Oh, Igni. Oh, I am so sorry, officers. This is my brother. Oh, he's a little nuts sometimes. He can get into some trouble, and I'm so sorry if he caused you any stress. But could you just give him back to me, and everything will be okay?
the tiefling man in the fine clothing looks at you and then looks at Igni and he says, he looks like a cat, and you do not. So
Like I said, my
Like the
adopted
backseat pal.
brother.
oh, you're at
And you look like
Well.
a demon. What's your excuse?
Hey,
Hey,
Iggy,
you
what did you
can't
say about
you
conflict
can't
with
say
other people?
that.
Well, you could say I look like a cat when I'm a tabaxi.
You know, he is right, but listen, there has been a big misunderstanding here. Are the other two behind us, Alicia and
Well, if we're
Wait,
all
yeah,
naming
Al.
what we are,
he
I'm an
he
Asimar.
he has
I'll say
he
it.
has
We'll be honest.
he has a temper. He's one of our we are escorting nobility, and I will gesture to Lady Alicia and Sonder. um
So for context, Al and Sandra, you're now in view of the guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, you recognize him definitely. This is Lord Kairos Vesta. He's none of you are like closely familiar with the guy, but he's a pretty powerful noble. Not on a royal scale, but on the more small town merchant scale. Pretty big deal. You've probably met him a couple of times. He has a daughter who's about your age, so
And
I
where
took
is
a
he
chat. He's from Volpez, and he's was recently made mayor of the town of Burgess. That's nearby from here. And he's the type of guy that you meet at noble gatherings, where when you were kids playing at like any noble event where you might have met other nobles, when the kids were playing and they got close to him, he would give them a look and everyone would just turn around and in silence walk the other way. Because you do not fuck with Lord Kairos Vesta. Because he is a bitch.
Can you spell that for me? Is it two names or is it one?
yeah.
It's a name and a surname. It's Lord Kairos is. Oh my god, spelling in English. Okay. Kyrus and Vesta is Vesta.
Cool. Thank you so much. Kairos Vesta.
Okay. Cool.
Seeing this, Al is going to turn like bright pink, which is wild because she's a very deep purple, and like hello, fancy seeing you here.
Lord Kairos! It's so wonderful to see you. I'm gonna walk over to Lord Kairos.
You know this schmuck?
Of course. This is Lord Kairos, recently elected mayor of the town of Burgess, here in Volpez. Right? Correct, everybody? Do we understand the title? Alright, wonderful. So, you seem to have one of our friends in custody. That's
I
funny.
do.
Now, why is that?
Why are the two of you young nobility first of
Traveling?
all here and second of all with people of his sort?
Oh,
our
I like
master.
extract my claws. Oh, come here.
Hey,
The guys kind of hold you back and they're like,
I think perhaps we should all calm down, take a few breaths here, myself included, and I'm gonna go like during.
Yes,
Yes,
wonderful.
We
Okay.
should all breathe. At first, looking at this man, I was like, oh, he's kind of cute, but now I am glaring at him.
So I am currently on my tour of the region, as you know. All of my brother and sister before me have done the same. Um, so that is what I'm doing, and I just happened to stumble upon Lady Licia as I was upon my travels. So now we're touring together, and we ran into some business, found this cart that belonged to the Rosewater Company. Right, how wonderful. So we are returning it, and currently we are waiting for Mr. Montgomery to return. Don't know where he's gone off to, but he'll be back in a moment, and maybe we can all talk about why you are arresting someone in a town you have no power in.
Oh, I am not arresting him. I am going to ask for him to be arrested. And I do have to say your choice of touring Venox or a cart, you said. You are on a noble tour of the country and you are taking care of a cart. That is
Well,
I guess befitting.
I believe it is the duty of nobility to help where they can. Is that not our purpose in the world? Anyways, I'm sure we can get all of this situation settled, and you can go about with whatever business you have here and continue to do good with your noble power. I would just like to request you let my friend go so that we can leave and get out of your hair.
At this point, you
would
see.
go so far as to demand it, as he is under my and my family's protection. So, unless you would like to make an enemy of the Royce family, I suggest you release my dear friend Igni immediately.
Yes,
Thank you.
and I may or may not be able to say that you will be an enemy of the Skyfair family, but just keep that in mind because it might happen.
One of you persuasion check with advantage because you are cooperating very nicely.
While the roll's going on, I should say I think everybody has the same stats on the slideshow.
Oh shit!
In chat, yeah, I think we all have like 19 dexterity. Yeah, we all have the same.
Oh
stats.
no! What happened here?
I did roll a natural 20, so very persuasive here.
There
I
we
can't
go.
show if there's too much, but I did. I promise.
Finally. I am so proud of Al.
Finally, a good talker. Finally.
She's good at conning nobles. What can I say?
He stops and he looks at you, and you see him doing the math in his head. He goes, well, if he is under your family's protection, then I guess I will let this be a warning. But I would say, young lady, you should be careful about the kinds of people that your family makes alliances with.
I am.
We'll take that under consideration. Of course. Now, if you would let go of my friend, I will not have to write home, as they say. Let's get this done immediately, and we can all move on. Forget this ever happened. I know I will.
I'm gonna glare down those guards.
He waves his hand at them, and they let Iggy go.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? That's what I thought. And I turn around and leave.
I'll follow Igni. Better yet, I'm gonna loop arms with Igni.
I accept the loop.
You two be careful now.
Of course, I will keep him under wraps. What an a-hole.
I know. I was minding my own business. I was doing nothing. And I interrupted my peanut butter delivery.
You know,
the whole thing.
Back home, where I'm from, if somebody talked to somebody like that, a duel would have happened to the death. And
Yeah.
I assure you, that man's head would have been ripped off.
Well, he's lucky I'm not done with what I got going on in my sack. Big things happening. Big stuff.
I think I'm
Um,
starting to understand what Al meant by nobilities are a-holes. I don't like a lot of them.
Yeah, I never cared for people like that. You know, these snooty, uptight guys walking around with big old immovable rod in their butts. Can't take it.
as the two of you walk outside, the town crier is just standing there, and he's holding your horse and the peanut butter. And he's like, are you okay, sir?"
Yes, I'm great, thanks. And I kind of snatch the peanut butter out of his hand.
He, he's
Spencer,
a
come with
little.
me. I need your help, please. Please.
Yes, of course. He's a little testy. I'm sorry. We didn't have time to talk to the mayor. I'm very sorry. I'm gonna go with Igni.
All right. And I'm gonna head over to the town square.
Okay.
Oh, Igni. I assume we also take your horse with us.
Yes, yes. The horse is part of the operation. Spencer, do you have a hat I could use?
Uh, I don't know. Would that be something included in a disguise kit?
Yeah, you
Probably.
probably have some type of hat. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna search through my disguise kit, I guess, and be like, would this
Oh,
do?
Dresdor, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I keep calling you by your name.
Yeah.
I am so
It's all good.
sorry. I
No,
am an
it's
idiot.
okay.
My bad. Sorry, guys. Dresdor.
The
Sorry.
line between D and
I
D and
literally,
reality is just blurring.
I'm sorry. I'm like looking at the Discord names and now
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad. Dresdor.
all-
My bad.
It's all
Iggy's
good.
just still riled up from that whole encounter.
Yeah.
I am gonna.
Angry. Breaking the
I
fourth
guess
wall. I'm so
I'm gonna
angry.
pull out like what's probably like a straw hat that I made like a long time ago on the road.
Nice. Perfect. Thank you. And I kind of lead the horse into the center of town square. And I reach into my sack and I pull out a few kind of tiny little pieces of scrap metal. And I put one behind like the horse's mane. And then I put the hat in front of the horse. And then I take a big old glob of peanut butter and put it in the horse's mouth. So it's going to go. And I'm going to use magical tinkering to make a voice appear from the piece of scrap metal that tell horse jokes. And I'm going to go, "Come on, come on, see the amazing talking horse. See Vinny, the amazing talking horse. You there? Ever see a horse talk? Didn't think so, pal. Get over here." And while that's happening, Vinny is like, "What do you call a horse that likes to stay up late? A nightmare. What kind of bread do horses eat?
So
Thoroughbred."
glad I am a part of this.
I want you to make me a performance check with advantage, and I am giving you an inspiration.
Yay!
I'm so glad
Oh.
I'm a part of this.
That the first roll is a 13. Second roll is a 15. So that's plus what's my performance? 2. 17 performance.
Okay, there are there's still like some people who are left over from the town meeting who are just like, and then you can clearly see that this is like the most interesting thing that has happened in this town, and they're all so sad because this town really sucks ass right now, and now there's just a talking horse, and they're just like very much amazed, and you see people gathering around, and there's some kids who are like running up, and they're like, "It's how does he talk?"
Oh, awakened by an evil druid long ago. We must pay for medical fees. So please pass the hat around if you will. And I put out the hat.
But if you pay for his medical fees, will he stop talking?
No, he's depressed and we need to pay for his medicine. We need to show him that things aren't as bad as they seem.
I'm gonna see that he's doing like a performance. So I would like to add to this performance, and I am going to take out my spear and start using my acrobatics as dope monk shit. And I'm going to start like doing like cool like pole vaulting and like twirling and like make it an experience. Like I'm going to remember like the traditional dances we would do at home during grand celebrations and start doing them myself to gather more people.
Yeah, you see the crowd's gathering. Philip the town crier makes his way over, and he's like clearly very excited that there's a whole show, and he wants to participate. He starts like kind of beatboxing, but very poorly. Under the horse jokes. He's vibing. And there's like kids coming up to the house, and they're like, "Can we pet him? Can we speak to him? Can we ask him questions about what it's like to be a horse?"
Oh, of course you can. And I kind of have my tinker's tools behind the horse's neck, ready to tap it to change the message whenever they get close. So, yes, come on up, kids. Come on up. Ask
What is it
away.
like to What is it like to be a horse?
Well, it's a little tough when I get hay fever.
The crowd bursts into laughter. Another kid goes, "What's depression?"
I, uh, um, uh, oh God, I tap it and I say, what? It's when my feelings are like, why cowboys ride us? It's because we're too heavy to carry.
That's sad. Do you have any more jokes that aren't sad?
Why do most horses look so fit? Because they're on a
Why?
stable diet.
Wow! The crowd is loving it. The crowd is loving it. You see the guards who are supposed to be watching the entrance to the town hall are like slowly inching their way towards the talking horse, just enthralled. Um, how much money are you getting for this? How much money are people dropping? Let me roll some dice. Let's see the amount of cash you're getting.
So you have
That's
the
not
hat.
very
I
right.
will use like one of my pouches to also. I don't know what money is, but apparently it's important. So I will also be holding out something to collect things with.
Hmm.
Because that seems to be Igny's plan. While I am dancing around, doing cool backflips and spinning my spear, doing long jumps with it.
You're just like, wee, wee.
I'm an
There's
acrobat.
some kids. There's like one kid who's running back and forth between the talking horse and the extremely cool like jumping dance entertainment, just like running back and forth, not being able to decide. And then there's some like parents gathering around with their kids doing the like, "Oh, go up and drop in a coin and we're gonna like make a sketch of you," because there's no pictures. Is that a thing that's a very common thing in Poland that parents do to children and entertainers. uh I don't know why.
Caricature.
uh
Caricatures.
no,
Kids
it's
have
just
like big
taking
old heads.
pictures. No, not even. Yeah, they're drawing. The sketches are very caricature, but it's just the trend of taking pictures of your children, putting money in the hats of entertainers. It's a very common thing here. And you get after that cultural lesson, you get 18 pieces of copper, and someone drops in 6 silver pieces.
Hey.
Cool. While I'm doing dance performances, can I do a perception check to see if there are any interesting races within the crowd, or if they're all generally human or elf?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I think that's +3. 9. Still not. It's better than an 8, but it's 9.
There's no one that really catches your eye. There's a dwarf and a woman who's there with like 2 kids watching the performance, and there's a guy who's not he's a human, but he does catch your eye because he's very heavily battle scarred. Though he's wearing just normal civilian's clothing, seems to be a bit older. But yeah, no one that really just stands out completely.
Okay, while I'm doing performances, I'm going to go around, like, I'm going to make it look natural, like I'm dancing like in front of people, but then I'm going to pull the guy with the scars
Mm.
in with me and start guiding him around and make it very sensual as I'm very much trying to seduce this man.
He kind of he does, you know, the thing that people do, the very extra, the kind of awkward reaction when you're pushed in the center of a dancing circle, where they're like, oh no, I don't dance, I'm not, and then they just kind of start to getting into it.
I'm going to be like, don't worry, I will guide you all the way through, darling. Just trust me.
He's getting into it, but he's not very much like, he's kind of doing like this thing, and then he like does a finger dance. It's not very sensual on his part, but he's trying his best. It seems like you're getting a vibe that he's enjoying it. And we're gonna
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
and we're gonna leave off with the new circus here for a bit, and go back to the inside with Monty, Al, and Sander. Lord Montgomery has come back with a stack of paperwork, and he comes back to see just a clear tension. One of the people that was in his meeting is gone. The rest are not in the office where they were. They're on the in the hallway, and the entire staff of the town hall is just kind of standing around like. And then he sees Kairos, and he's just like, oh, and he goes, "Oh, Lord Kairos, it is so nice we have we had an appointment. Um, I am currently if you would oh, wait for a moment," and Kairos goes, "Make it quick." And Montgomery goes, "Okay, can the three of you, I don't know where your friend went. Can the three of you just come back into the office with me? I've brought
Of
money."
course.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Money.
He closes the door behind him and goes, "Oh my god, oh, this is really not a good week for me."
Lord
Um,
Kyrus.
Lord Kairos is he's he's not what you wouldn't, I wouldn't call him my boss, but he does do patronage, and I am very much supposed to listen to him, and I don't think he is here to give me good praise on my work. So did you say you wanted? Would you be interested in freelancing? Is that what you said?
That depends
Yeah.
on the work.
Oh, yes, that depends.
What kind of freelance work do you hire for?
Well, we've had some trouble at the factory floor, because usually we have a very nice setup. We have people from the village coming in. They package the perfume. It's very good. And recently we've had our inventory's been going missing. Someone broke in recently, and I mean, I've hired extra guards, but I don't even know how they keep getting in. There's no way to get in where they're getting in, and the card got destroyed, and we have inventory going missing. And recently we can't seem to locate two of our workers, um, which I would say is a tiny bit bothersome. I'm very happy that you did not get kidnapped when you were out with the cart. That is very good. I would have to file many a report. But we do need to find them because they are not here, and they are supposed to be here. And I think Kairos is here for to review my work, and I think I am very scared that he is going to destroy me both socially and financially.
Ah, so you need adventurers for a noble quest.
Yes, the two of you are nobles, and then he's a cart driver, so it is mostly a noble cause.
Wonderful. I say
Sounds great.
yes. I will
That is
volunteer
that.
my efforts and the efforts of those not present as well.
Okay, that is good. That is very good. Oh, and I do have to pay you for the cart that you brought back. Where is the cart? You did bring back
It's
the cart
out front by the front gate, by the stables.
by the front gate.
With
Okay,
the
that is very good.
horsemaster.
With the horsemaster. Okay, I am willing to take your word on it because you are distinguished folk. So that is
So I just
yes.
wanted to say, before you pay us, that I also, Lord Kai, he's an ass, is what he is. And if you need any help dealing with him in the future, I have no love for him, and I might be able to volunteer my services. So if you just want to keep like a ledger of all the shitty stuff he does, maybe I can handle that later. So just factor that into your payment, that I can owe you a little bit of
I do not
help.
mean to interrupt what you are saying, but I would be very careful what we say in this room about him, because while he's not here, I think he might. I am not worried that he might be listening, because I have no ill things to say about him, for he is
No,
a
of
good
course.
friend. And yes, but I would be wary of what we.
Yes, I am so sorry that I insinuated he was bad, and you have nothing terrible to say about him. But it was a slip of the tongue. So don't write down any bad things, because, of course, there's no bad things going on.
Yes. Very good. So I do have from our budget that I will be spending the last of it probably on your payment, but that is good because you will get paid when you solve the problem, and when you solve the problem, I will get more money, which I will then use to pay you. But I do have the money to pay you right now, so I am not. This is not. Um, you are in capable hands of good management. So that is 100 for you for the cart, for the cart cost and the cost of labor, that you may split however you wish.
100
That is a
what?
100 gold.
Ooh.
The most gold I've ever held in my hands ever.
Oh, that is very sad.
So
Oh.
you should ask where a good place is to stay.
Well,
There's
so
something.
100 divided by 123, that's 33 gold for the all of us. Wow, how wonderful.
Wow.
About it later, maybe.
I don't know what there is to debate, but sure.
Is there like a diplomatic residence in town where I could just like show up and be like, "What up? I'm of the court. House me."
Yes, of course we have we well we do have I am very sorry. We do have that housing, but Lord Chiron is currently going to be staying in it. But there is an inn, and maybe I could help you cover the costs for lodging. We usually don't have many nobles coming in at the same time. It's usually one or two people, and we do have 2 rooms, but Kairos is taking both of them, um, because he's
Of course,
just a great,
as he deserves to. The inn
as
is
he
great.
does.
I'm gonna...
The inn, I'm very happy that you do not mind the inn, but they do have a great apple pie if you are interested in that that I so
I want to publicly humiliate this man.
He's going down.
He's going down. What a jerk.
Montgomery, how long ago would you
Yes.
say those employees went missing?
Oh well, the issue, they've gone missing. About 3 days past. It's been escalating, you see, because first off, we just had weird smells, and someone put rotten eggs in the vent, um, which was very rude, and I thought it was one of the employees pulling a so-called prank on me. However, it then turned out it was none of my employees. And then we had merchandise go missing. I will give you free reign to investigate the factory floor that's currently closed. We are not allowing workers in, but I will give you free reign to investigate and speak to those who experience. But it does seem to be getting worse with time, which is why I'm concerned.
How is it that you deduced it wasn't an employee?
Well, we've been keeping track. We do have meticulous records because we are. I respond to my upper bosses, and they respond to their upper bosses, and I have to keep meticulous records. So we've been keeping track of our employees' records, as Mr. Shoulders here will be aware of, right? Yes, very good.
Right.
And yes, you know the procedures. So we have been keeping track of the employees, and they don't seem to be guilty of it. And the 2 we did not keep track of went missing, but we were keeping track of them for a bit, and then they went missing. But I don't believe that they are behind the crime, because I do not believe that they have the skill necessary to commit it.
Hmm.
So we do have a thief problem here. We do have some scoundrels in the streets.
Have
Now,
any other people disappeared recently? There seems to be quite a distress in the town.
Well, yes, we're a relatively small town, so but it does seem to be the 2 right now, though we have had cards going out, like the card coming in that did not make it here, and I am a bit worried that some people who might have gone on business might not have reached their destination, though I have no confirmation of that fact as of right now. But it is definitely the 2 that we have stated that are not officially missing. They are definitely missing. I have no clue where they went.
Now, I don't mean for you to take any offense to this, Mr. Montgomery, but
Yes.
why would thieves be so interested in stealing stuff from a perfume factory?
It is very good perfume. But it is because, as you have noticed, when you were robbed on the street, they do not care for the perfume itself. They spilt it. They broke the glasses. There's so much broken glass on the factory floor right now that we have had trouble having someone clean it up, because people are afraid to go back inside the factory, because they are afraid that they will also go missing. So that is why I do not suspect the rapscallions who the guard has been. I am writing a novel about them as of right now. It is still in the development process, but it is a very brave. It's about a perfume factory, and a brave man who owns it. And he is not a regional manager. That is not the issue right now. But yes, I don't. It is strange. I would assume that they would steal money and logbooks, but they have not. they've stolen the perfume and then they broke the perfume. It's all quite extraordinary.
Is there anyone you might know who would benefit from sabotaging your little thing you've got going here with the perfume?
Do you have any enemies, Mr. Montgomery?
Oh well, I don't like to call my well we I well there's people in town who do not like me. There are people who do not like me because of my association with Kairos, and then there are people who do not like me because I am not associated enough with Kairos.
Feel free
And that
to
is
name
absolutely
names.
not. Oh, okay, well that is absolutely not Lord Kairos. He would not in any way benefit from my failure. Because he's not a man who holds grudges, and he is not a mean man. Right, lady Alicia? Yes.
Yes, very kind.
Yes.
Benevolent, even.
Very kind. Benevolent. Exactly, that is the perfect word. There are those people who hang out in the forest, who they are not my enemies, but they do not like Kairos, and that fact that he is currently my patron might be upsetting to them. And of course there are small brand competitors, but we've allowed people to produce their own drink and perfume, and we're not trying to kill all businesses other. So you might speak to Hilda, who runs the general store. She's also a seller of and a producer of things, but she's a good friend of mine. But I don't know, she might have some knowledge.
So let me
But
get this clear.
I am
We are simply trying to discover who broke into your factory and
yes, and bring them to justice.
right, and find the people who've gone missing so that you can have
Yes.
more workers and continue selling your little product.
Yes.
But you
right,
have
well, my
no inkling of a clue of who it might be.
well, no. I mean, if I had a clue, I would be pursuing the track. But that is why I am hiring you. No, you might. There are, as I said, there are. I mean, there are thieves in here who I have not managed to identify. Because it's not my job to identify them, though I do partake in some detective games in my spare time. Though you might speak to the mayor for more information on that.
Intellectual.
And
A game
excuse
lover
me.
and a novelist.
Oh, I am very skilled. I hardly have time to take care of the factory.
We'll have to do riddles sometime. Anyways, unless anyone else has any other questions, I believe
Just
I
one
would
more
like...
thing.
Oh, of course.
Mr. Montgomery, do you have the names of the two people that are missing?
Yes, I will pull those out for you. It is Flinton. He's a halfling man, braided hair. And Frida. Frida is my one of my number one employees. Employee of the month multiple times.
Thank you, Mr. Montgomery.
For your time.
Thank you very much for this job.
I hope you have a lovely meeting with the incredible Lord Kaiser. Well, should we find the rest of our team?
Yes, we should leave so that Lord Kairos, in all of his wondrousness, can do his business and finish his business and conduct his business appropriately, because I respect him so much.
Why is everyone talking so weird?
Let's go, shoulders.
As we leave, can I walk? Like, do we pass Kairos on the way
Yeah,
out?
he's waiting out in the hall.
I'm just gonna like level with him, like stop parallel with him. Al is 5'3". How tall is Kairos?
It's like 6 feet.
Okay, so Al's gonna like parallel and then like up on her tiptoes, like just like elevator straight up on her tiptoes, and go. You might have him fooled in there, but I just want you to know I see right through you and you are a disgrace to the profession and mayors everywhere. Have a good day. And I sink back down and I walk out of there really fast.
Woo!
I doubt we are that hard to find. We
I
are
was gonna
putting
say,
on a
it's
giant
upon
performance.
leaving the town hall.
Yeah.
And also, by
What's
the way,
the reactions there, guys, to seeing
so-
this performance?
question. So, is it the money that you gave to Igni? Is that what he got in his hat? Because I also said that I was holding out a bag for coins.
True. You are also getting money. You are getting 15 pieces of copper and 3 pieces of silver.
Cool. I'm not broke anymore, guys.
I was broke too. I had no money.
15. And then how many silver did you say?
3 pieces of silver.
Okay. Yeah, I had like no money because I gave it all to get that horse.
As this is going on,
Yeah.
I kind of say, "Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Vinny is tired for the night, so he's gonna go to sleep. Also, if you own a forge, please come see me. Thank you. Good night." Then I kind of wait.
I'm gonna ask for the name of the guy that I definitely made very uncomfortable. Like, what?
He kind of
yeah.
stops his dancing. My name is Alexander. I run the Old Mug Inn. About 70 steps that way.
Oh, is
And
is that a place that we can also stay for the night?
yes, we are renting out rooms. That's
Oh, perfect.
g-
Um,
how many rooms are you looking to rent?
um, I think we have 6 people with us, but I have to convene with them. So, but I will for sure see you later, Alexander. My name's Venlith, by the way.
Venlith.
Yes.
Oh, good to know, and I look forward to seeing you in my inn.
Of course. And then I give him a wink and head over to Ignis, and I'm like, that was so much fun.
Sorry, I don't know who Ignis is.
Or
It's
not
okay.
Ignis,
No, we both had our name moments today.
Ignis.
Yeah.
This one row of the layout is just like not having names today.
It's fine.
Did anybody who owns a forge happen to maybe come up to me afterwards?
Yeah, there's a pretty young lady who comes up and she says hi, I don't own a forge, but I am currently working in one.
Oh, hi. Yeah. I would be willing to compensate whoever your boss is to use his forge for the night.
Okay, well he's out of town, but business is always good.
Okay.
It's nothing illegal, right?
No, 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 no.
Nothing illegal, nothing weird, and
Uh,
that's good to go.
just good old fashioned crafting, baby.
Grafton, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Do you need the hall forge?
I would like the whole forge. Yes.
Okay, that's how much money do you have?
6 silver pieces and 18 copper pieces.
Hmm. Well, that's not a lot of money.
Oh,
Um,
I know, but like, I also like to. I also like to think that I paid you with entertainment, and I kind of gestured to my horse.
that's true. That was a very fun horse. How about you can help me out whenever you have some time off with running the forge? Like, because I'm there alone because my boss is out of town and it's a bit much work. So if you wanna come in and help me out whenever you have the time, and then afterwards, after that day, you can stay after I close up and you can do your stuff.
Okay, perfect. Can we go now?
Yeah,
Has,
sure.
has the other party returned back to us?
I mean,
What's
you
that?
you guys are out of the town hall. Are you back? Are you meeting back up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the tavern again? It was
The Old Mug Inn.
okay, Old Mug. Okay, well, if Igni is gonna go run off, I'm like, okay, well, I think we're staying at the Old Mug. So if you get lost, I'm sure we'll reconvene there.
Is Agni, are you still here?
Am I still here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Can I tag along with you to the forge?
Oh yeah, you're like the perfect guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
All right. It's been a while.
Dude, maybe pray to your God a little bit. Maybe he'll make my stuff turn out better.
Okay.
You two have fun. I, myself, and the lady will secure our room for the night. I'm going to turn to Drez and I'm going to say, do you know of anywhere we can sleep? I wasn't listening, I'll be honest, whenever he was
Oh,
talking
I
about
do. I just met a man named Alexander who owns the Old Mug.
Alexander and the old
Yes.
mug.
Kind of like my name. Ow. Cool.
You're right.
Very cool.
Wonderful
Okay.
connections
Um,
made there. Let's go.
look, did you know that you could perform things and people will just give you things? And like I pull up the bag that has the copper and the silver pieces in it. Uh,
You just found that on the
Yeah.
ground? It
no,
was...
I was doing some some like homeland dancing and then people started throwing it at me.
Oh dear. They must not have
Yeah,
liked it very much.
that's like a thing. Like in my city, there's like a night market, and like people will perform at that all the time, and they make a lot of money. So like yeah, it's a thing. It's really cool. Why did you do that? Did you just start doing it for like fun, or was there a reason? Or
I don't know. Ignis started making the horse talk, so I figured I'd just start dancing.
You're telling me we
Wait,
were
hold
doing
on.
business while there was a talking horse in the town square?
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, could Igni, was the horse actually talking, or were you faking the horse talking?
It was actually talking.
Oh my goodness.
Can
I
I
didn't know you could do that.
insight Igni? Let's see if
Yeah.
Igni is yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe
Well,
you.
okay, so that's in 11 plus 5. So 16.
1.
uh,
Igni, you like lean in really close, like you're a con artist?
A little bit, just a touch.
Me too. Me too.
Oh my God, what have we awakened? What have we become? What are we?
Okay. My specialty is like I mostly do conning like for charity. Because I get nobles to like feel bad about themselves and then give more money. So like we could probably work together.
Sure, I lie about charities. So
Okay,
yeah,
well,
we could.
if we did work together, like we would actually definitely need to give some of the money to charity. Like that's a big thing for me. But
Right,
we could like
right.
still, yeah.
Or
Okay.
hear me out. We didn't.
No, we do.
All right,
Yeah.
we can talk about the logistics later. All we know is that we got to get the act together first.
Okay, sounds good. Okay,
I
great.
would love to be a part of another act thing. That was fun.
I actually used to be a performer.
What?
Are we all going to form a dance group together?
Are we a band?
Now
Are
I
we
feel like I
going?
have no special skills whatsoever.
I can make everybody's costumes.
Oh boy.
Oh yes, get me out of these rags.
No. There was so much I wanted to do when I got to the city, but I feel like this is so much more exciting.
Well,
We'll
how
have
about
like
this?
a planning session later.
Yes.
To, like figure out our whole act.
Like it.
That'd be fun.
I'm going to go find the fluffiest bed in the old mug.
Yes, I'm gonna go with them.
Or maybe I should find the hardest bed just to be fun.
I feel like that's an oxymoron in some way.
As we are walking, I guess, to the inn, I would like to keep an open eye for a general store or something. Somewhere that they sell paints.
Yeah, there's a general store. From what I said previously, pretty nearby, because like exactly on the other side from the town hall where Philip got the peanut butter.
Oh, okay. Well,
and it's probably
then
now open because the person. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not helpful to me. I like shake the door and it's locked. I'm like, people and the
That's where
closing time.
That's where Hilda works. Mr. Montgomery told us about the owner, and suggested we go speak to her. So, unfortunately, I guess they're closed. But we can do that later.
Maybe in the morning.
Really wanted some paint. I kind of ran out of paint during my last job, and I kind of like brush the golden things on my shoulder. I'm like, and I really do for a touch up.
Right. Well, you can search around for your little arts and crafts funds while we work on our mission. Oh, by the way, we should tell you about the mission that we were assigned.
Oh yeah. Did you guys get anything for returning the card?
Oh yes, we got 100 gold.
Yep, we can split it up when everybody's together tonight, maybe.
During our sleepover.
During the sleepover. Yeah.
Yes, well, you two have fun with your sleepover, and I will be sure to get my beauty rest.
Richard, do you not want to be a part of a sleepover?
I do have a strict schedule in which I do and do not go to bed. And if I don't go to bed by the first time...
Sleepovers are part of adventures. Sleepovers are part of adventures. I mean, you can't have the full experience of an adventure without a sleepover.
You're joking.
No, not even a little.
I guess Sonder also doesn't want to enjoy the wonders of beauty care that you have during sleepovers.
Well,
do like facials.
Oh wow. Well, now that you started talking about it, it sounds like a wonderful time. I just need to request that we do go to bed a little bit, just a teensy bit early. I do get quite restless if I go to bed past midnight.
That's fine.
Wonderful.
Okay, I guess.
No,
I guess
no lycanthropy or anything. Just I wake up with like mad bedhead.
Well, just brush your hair then.
And we can talk about ourselves, and we can tell secrets.
Yes, we can talk about who we have crushes on.
The boys we have crushes on.
Well, I'm not picky, but
I've read about a pillow fight. I don't know what that is. We
I
should
don't
try
know
one.
what that is either.
I mean, context clues. It's a fight with pillows, right? But
Yeah.
I've never actually been in one. My sister wasn't like that.
Yeah, pillow fights. We can play two truths and a lie. This is gonna be so fun.
Ooh,
Okay.
this sounds wonderful, and we can read bedtime stories
Oh, I've got a wonderful
ghost
to
one.
each
stories?
other.
I've got a
Ooh.
wonderful one from my dear friend Gertrude. She met the Mothman. It's a terrifying tale, but
Ah.
also somehow like kind of steamy.
Ooh, interesting. A romance.
Okay. Let's find this in quick so we can get planning.
Yes.
Let's go.
So we're gonna go back to the end. We're gonna go find that end. So and then I guess we can pass it over to Igni and Monty to what they're doing
We're having our own sleepover.
at the forge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we might be around the time we should be finishing up. So
Currently at 3 hours.
I
and
think
3
maybe we
minutes.
can. Yeah, I think we can maybe have the greatest cliffhanger of all time on the great between the great sleepover and the best bros bonding at the forge. Is what we're gonna get into.
Let's get swole at the
next week.
forge, bro.
Hey.
Yeah. Gonna swing a hammer. Testosterone.
Monty secretly really, really wants to go to the sleepover, but he also wants to go to the forge.
I want to go to sleepover. I just
Yeah.
I got work I got to do.
Of course, everybody's invited to the
And-
sleepover.
And definitely, everyone with us, watch out at the Discord where I will definitely be dropping like so many drawings of the sleepover because holy shit, that's like the cutest thing I've heard of in my life.
Cute.
I'm so excited. We gotta have a braid
I
trade.
need as much art of just the hair braiding and the
Yeah,
the, like,
braid
face
trade.
masks.
Everybody's braiding each other's hair.
A little circle.
Oh.
Bless.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, thank you everybody so much for coming and for staying and for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed listening to us talk during the break. In the background. I hope you enjoyed everything. Don't forget once more to go and vote, if you haven't already, for who the first cosplay should be. And if you haven't joined the Discord, go join the Discord so you can find this really cool art of the sleepover. Once the sleepover happens, and then everybody can, it'll be fun. We will be back next Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, noon Eastern Eastern Standard Time, not Eastern Pacific. What? Yeah. That's all I've got. That's all we've got. Thank you all so much. And we'll see you next
Yeah.
week.
Everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.